Yeah, is that better? Yeah, that's better. Sorry, Instagram, for messing y'all up. And actually, dude, you guys are really wide. Dude, I'm sorry, y'all. 1920. Output should be 1920. I don't know why Instagram forces me to do a zoomed in view. If y'all want, go to TikTok while you still can, or go to YouTube while because I'm over there streaming on YouTube as well. Okay, sorry for everybody who's hanging. So let me just circle back on where we're at. Yo, thanks so much for bringing up the audio, y'all. First time streaming in a while. You know what I mean? We're back. But yeah, okay. So we've got the puffin right here. So basically, I plan my day. I get an accessory. You might get a puffin beak. You might get like a crow pattern, right? But basically, once you do that, you're able to work on the Pomodoro timer, and every minute on the Pomodoro timer gets you some hearts. Additionally, every time you check off a line, so hey, you planned your day, good job. You went for a jog, good job. You checked your emails, good job. Every time you do that, you get some points as well. And then also, finally, styling your birds, like so, upgrading your birds, making them look cute with your collected traits that you've collected will get you more hearts. Well, why does hearts matter? It's because every heart gets you more increase on your level, which the level increase gets you to the point where you can get new birds. So every level gets you a bird, every bird gets you more hearts, everything that you do gets you more hearts, and so on and so forth. Basically, once you're in there, you're able to, it kind of gives you a nice little finalized tutorial in there. But essentially, the whole point of the app is that you create tasks, you go do them, and then as you're doing them, you get more birds. And then every time you plan your day, you also get little accessories for them. So this is this here is like here. Let me pull it out. It's actually really cool how I made it in Figma. So this is it. Like so, this is the puffin, right? But here you go. But I could switch that over to the bluebird pattern. I can make it pink or purple or blue. Basically, every pattern you're able to change the color of it, and then also you can collect hair. You can fuse different hair patterns to them, and then also like the eyes are so cool. They add so much flair to it, and yeah, and then all of this is animated inside of Rive, so it looks so much more real than inside of like this design right here that I've got. Yo, Zico, what's happening? Yeah, it's funny. I was making this idea like basically I had TaskTree already. Like that's actually where I started as a creator was designing TaskTree. But then as I was making TaskTree, I ended up getting into like Strandedverse and all that stuff. But it was funny when I was making this app. I was like, okay, we're gonna bring this app back up. I'm going to design an app again. I'm going to make it on lives and stuff like that. And then, it just wasn't hitting right. And the biggest reason, in my opinion, was because I was just like, I was just like making this app because it was cool that I was making this app that I used to do. But it didn't really fill me up. Like I'm super passionate about like games and stuff, and I want to like gamify TaskTree, and so that's where it came to this. And as I was doing, I was like trying to figure out like, hey, how can we like lace task management with gamification and make it fun and stuff. And ultimately, I was like, wait, we could just make it exactly like Strandedverse. Like you could collect traits, you could fuse those traits and all that. And it was like all of the energy that I spent over there learning all the stuff that worked and didn't. The biggest thing is I don't have to worry about messing up a whole entire economy like I did back with Strandedverse stuff. But so that's nice for sure. But yeah, ultimately we're gonna get a bunch of different birds in your tree. And then inside of your tree, these birds are gonna be hopping around. They're gonna be like animating and all that stuff. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new window, pull up Rive for you guys as well. It's gonna take me a minute to log in. But all of it is integrated into this thing called Rive, and so it actually is like a really fast runtime for making like animations inside of apps. So ultimately, that's what's like making this whole thing run and feel really good is this thing called Rive. And so yeah, so you can see here, this is basically the tree. And yeah, so as you're gonna basically, here we go. So I can like pop open birds and not through this thing. So I'll just like let's go ahead and activate this bird. Ping. You see this like a boop. You see it like pop out. So as you and then it's like animating. You can like turn it to the right. I also added like some new animations last night. Oh, I think this is an older file, but you get the idea. You get the gist. There's still no project like stranded. That's super cool. Thanks so much, Zico. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. One day, once I sort this out, you know, that's my hope. But yeah, basically in here, so every trait gets rigged up as a different layer. So all we have to do is pass this like a single number based on the trait that was just fused to it. Gets in there. Yo, KY, thanks so much for sharing the live. Appreciate you. I'm gonna do a lot more of these next year, by the way. And yes, I am still in debt, Zico. Why do you think I'm doing here, bro? But no, it's all good. You know, what's exciting for me now is, you know, I learned so much during that project, and I learned how to manage business a lot better. And I learned that through screwing every single thing up and with the money, and then I almost did it again just now. You know, basically, cash flow is such a thing. You guys don't want to hear me talk about cash flow, but I've been a creator full time now for just over a year and a month, and I almost went broke again this last few weeks because a few people were late on payment, and then here we are. But you know, that's life. That's life, and I'm refining my business because it's we don't need to talk about it any more than that. But what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about this friendly forest. So so we know the idea, right? Basically, you create tasks, you go on the focus timer. As you're on the focus timer, you get points. As you complete tasks, you get more points. Those points get you more birds. Okay, yeah. Are you following me? Hopefully. So basically, this is what like the bird X looks like, right? So this your collection of birds is sitting right here, and then we've also got the collection of traits that you've collected. You can go fuse these traits to all of these birds, and that's kind of like how the back and forth is going to go. But I posted a video about it yesterday, and I got a comment from Frankie saying that we should go and make the ability to share it with your friends. And you should be able to see your friends' trees, right? Which is really cool. Really cool idea. And by the way, Neon Jeff, we are using a Flutter front end and a completely custom back end. I am not, I'm a front end developer. I could get by building like some really minimal stuff out. But through all of my adventures these past 4 years, I've found one of the best developers I've ever worked with, and his name's Ted. So he, you know, Zico, you might know Ted because back in the old days, was working with Ted as well back then. But he's building this out, and he wanted to build a custom. Because basically AWS is just really expensive, and so we went the other route where we just invested in infrastructure and spent money there, and it's a lot of money there. But yeah, the bird's characteristics, does it match the different types of tasks? Yo, that is a really cool idea, Hugo, and I think that's something that we could really get into because you know we've got trees here, right? We could potentially change this color of tree to whatever we want. So maybe it's like based on your focus, like whatever you're focusing on, it changes the task type. It's actually, you know, it's funny. I didn't even bring up task types just because like it's pretty high level shit. But let me bring up task types because it is a very foundational part of TaskTree is the types of tasks that you're doing. Ultimately, this is like supposed to be a really minimal task management app. But how do you tag things without having to show tags all the time? Well, we're doing that through icons. And so basically this little green circle is a task. I'm trying to not say important, but because this is an important task type, I look at an exclamation point now and I think it's an important task, right? But basically, yeah, this is an important line. And then there's also events, which is this like purple circle. Well, you can make custom types. And those custom types can be anything. They can act like a to-do, which means that they're going to show up every day until they're completed. They can act like a task, which means that you have to like move them. And then also events are more like blocked time. So all of this is to power the day planning algorithm. You guys don't need to think about it too much. All you need to think about is, hey, what do you have to do today? What do you what event, what meetings do you have? So that's kind of the idea, right? Is you plan your day, you move all of the stuff that you didn't do yesterday, you move that over, or complete stuff that you didn't mark complete yesterday, and then you go and add in stuff that you have to do, right? And those could be custom to-dos or whatever you want. You could also add events, which are meetings and things you have to go do. Those are like block times, which means that like you have to schedule things around them, right? And then you've got tasks, which are like things I'd like to do, but hey, I can do them tomorrow, worst case. And so that's the idea, is you've got like different task types, and the day planning flow puts you through that and like makes you kind of think in that way. And then once you finish that, you get a little trait, and then you can go fuse that trait, and then we go back to birds and get back to the fun side. But basically, this is how I plan my day since I added this feature into TaskTree V1. Is how I approached my planning, day planning like this. And all of this is back through like research of how like very busy people do their day. And yeah, so all of this is like, but how do we make you do that? Well, we make it so that you have to do that so that you can get a trait. Because you want your bird to look cute, right? You want your bird to get that curved beak, right? You don't want that duck beak anymore. You want that curved beak on that bird. And so that's the idea, is plan your day, get traits. Get traits, fuse those traits, and then finish your tasks, and you get more birds. So the ecosystem feels really good. I can't wait to use it. In fact, Ted has been working on a build. I might pull up some videos that he sent me on Slack. But I'm gonna get a little early Christmas present, and he's gonna be sending me a build with all of this stuff involved. I'm so pumped for it. So all of this, he's been sending me videos. They look so cute. They look so good. And I actually decided to make them a little bit bigger too, since this design. They're actually a 15% bigger. So wow, look at that. Look how much of a difference. You know, such a big difference. Thank you for giving me some hearts for that. I appreciate y'all. I wanted to thank you, bro. It changed my life. Yo, Mr. 0448, why did I change your life? Can you go into that? Because I'd love to know how. Also, thank you for saying that. Already joined the wait list, but I'm worried that it will be too complicated. What do you think? Yo, I'm pretty sure you're the one who dropped that comment about it yesterday. Definitely gonna walk through that in a video. But essentially, I'm talking to you guys about all like the behind the scenes and all this stuff, right? It feels complex, right? But ultimately, this is your experience. You're gonna walk in, you're gonna open up the app, and your birds are going to poke you, right? Hold on, thing was loading. Sorry for coughing, by the way. I coming off a little cold. Maybe didn't see the comments on how everything's been. Not seeing the lives for that. Yo, Anton, no, I haven't done a live in a while. And in fact, I haven't done much content lately either, because you know why? I've been working. I have one of my retainer clients is Figma right now, which is like just insane. But also they've been driving me with a bunch of content work that I'm doing for them. But so that's why I haven't been like posting as much as I would like to. But it's been just like fun, crazy year for me. But I'm just so glad that I get to keep doing this, is my thing. All that stuff is to keep the lights on so that I can go draw birds. But okay, so this is the idea, is you open the app and your birds are going to send you a little push notification. And that push notification is basically going to say, hey, where were you yesterday? If you didn't show up yesterday, they're going to say that. If it's the morning, they're going to say, oh, great, the early bird gets to worm. Let's go plan your day, right? If you come in the afternoon, nice of you to join us. Let's go get going. So that's going to be your experience when you open the app in the first day, the first of the day. it's going to just say, hey, let's go plan your day, right? You can snooze that, but you shouldn't want to, because that's going to get you a trait, right? Now, moving back to the traits, now you're going to go through all this planning flow. And again, like, all this looks complex because I'm zoomed out showing you a bunch of screens all at once, but all you're going to have to do is go through the steps. Hey, you got a bunch of overdue tasks from yesterday. Let's go move them to today. Hey, what do you have to do today, right? So you're going to go through all those steps, and then, ultimately you're going to finish, and you're going to have all your traits ready to fuse to your birds, right? And again, that's it, right? Like, that's like the core loop. And once you have that all situated, then it's just going to be sitting here like this. You can add stuff to your list as you want. You can add more. You can move stuff around. You can reschedule things. All you need, and then you can also just always swipe down to get back to your birds. So that's, like, I don't know. We'll see how complicated it feels. I will say that I currently have it on my phone. I don't have the version which lets you pull down to get to birds, right? Because we're building the birds right now. But I've been using TaskTree for about 6 months now. Just the journal side. So just this, right? And it is awesome. It's really easy to use. And we've been refining a lot of, like, the little micro touch points and stuff. And so, like, at the core, it's a great to-do list app. And then we're building the bird stuff. And I think that the mixture between, like, you open the app and the birds are telling you to do stuff, or you're able to, like, move stuff around. I think it's a lot easier to manage than it feels. Sorry to interrupt. Can't seem to change the birds trait. Ted. Hey everybody, welcome Ted, our developer. Ted. Hi everybody. He's over on TikTok right now. Nolan, sorry to interrupt. Can't seem to change the bird traits in the trait card. Well, let me go pull up Rive and we can chat through it. That moment where your developer's like, hey, can you please work for a second so that we can get this app built? Can you get off of the live? Okay. Hold on, because I'm pretty sure that this is not the right Rive file. Hold on one sec. Yeah, this is definitely not the right Rive file. Rad collab. Dude. There you go. Birds. Yeah. Okay, that's the right file. There we go. Hey, Newters. So Rua, this is not Rive anymore. Or sorry, this is not Figma anymore. This is Figma. That's where my designs are. I'm currently on a mission, on a little side quest, because Ted, my developer, just said, hey bro, why is this thing not working? So let's look at it. Okay, so Ted, hope you're still on here. Thanks AO, appreciate you. Okay, so Ted, over here on the animate tab, inside of the state, let's go to inputs. So what you need to do, Ted, I sent you a loom about this the other day, but basically, yeah, you need to make sure that the bird itself has the trait card is passed with true. So trait space card is passed true. So as long as you do that, it will zoom into the right spot. And then from there, all you need to do is pass the trait ID, which corresponds with the JSON file that I sent you. So I'll just change those to 5. Now we're over onto eyeballs, right? But if we're at I think 24, let's see what 24 looks like. Trait ID 24. There you go. That's a pattern. That doesn't seem right. What? Why is that happening? Let's see what number 24 is. I don't know why the overlay wasn't showing up. 24. Oh, there you go. No. What? Ted, I don't know what's happening. Hold on, I need to check my Rive trait layers. Well, let's see. What's playing actually? 0 through 7 eyes. 24. There you go. I don't know what happened. Now it's working. Yeah, it's telling me the bird artboard doesn't exist in the state machine. Oh no! I must have not exported the name. Dang, Ted. I didn't export the name. So, nice little thing if you're into Rive. Geez. Okay. Sorry, Ted. So yeah, if you use Rive, one thing to know is if you're running a state machine and you have a sub artboard, right? Sub artboards basically work a lot like components inside of Figma. So what I'm doing right now, just to give you guys a walkthrough, and Ted, I'm gonna get you a new Rive file. Let me just give you this walkthrough because I'm on a tangent now. We're going for it. Let's go. So I've got this bird file, right? And all of this is like the final stage of all of the traits, right? As I imported them from Illustrator, I've got an illustrator. Her name's Nicole. She's amazing, and she did all of this stuff in inside of Illustrator. So I had to move them in as SVGs. Well, once I did that, I had to change a few little things, move a point around, blah blah blah, in order to make everything work on all these trait layers. Well, this basically is a component, and then I use that component over here inside of the main tree, right? And there's 20 instances of that component which exist inside of the tree, and they all function completely off of all of the animations that I made for this bird. And we're doing the same thing for both the profile pictures, which shows up whenever you're on the BirdX or whenever you're sending a chat you got sent a chat message from Birdington III. They send you a chat message. And then also there's one inside of the trait card. Well, the thing is when they exist in this layers panel over here on Rive, you need to right click and make sure that they're exported on the name, or else when you send the Rive file to your developer named Ted, he won't be able to access the artboard of Bird, which will mean that you can't show and hide all the animation layers, which means nothing works for Ted. So let's go ahead and just send Ted this thing. Really quick though, while I'm here, I was wanting to help him with a debug thing today. I was working on that, and basically I wanted to make this little square for him because I added some animations last night, and when I'm adding those animations, it seems like some of those animations are not actually running, like ADHD in the house. Yeah. It's funny that I don't know if you're saying that you have ADHD, but this is the most ADHD live stream that I've ever done. Well, not that I've ever done, but definitely shows why we need help. Because this was supposed to be a design stream, and now I'm inside of Rive animating a file for my developer, and we're just having some fun. But basically, the reason why I need to do these things is I want to send a little debug pattern for Ted, so that way whenever he runs the specific animation, because I've got 3 idle animations. This is one of them. So you see one. Oh, look at that thing. It's hopping. Look how cute that is, right? I made this inside of Rive. You can see that it's blinking and all that. Yeah, but there's also a second idle animation, which just has it sitting still. And it's kind of just sitting there breathing. Well, idle 1 has a little jump to it. It's kind of moving around, and it kind of jumps. It goes, right, here you go. Oh, there was supposed to be a jump. Looks like the jump dropped. But either way, I want to make it so that way these don't show and hide based on the number that's shown. Because, Ted didn't animate these. He doesn't know what all these are supposed to look like, right? So let's make it easy for him and go ahead and fade these out on idle animation 1. On idle animation 2, we're going to fade these 2 out. And then idle animation 3, we're going to fade these 2 out. Perfect. So now let's just confirm that that's going to work. Go ahead and go over here. Okay, so animation 1, perfect. Animation 2, why did it not? Didn't seem to work. Okay, yeah, that looks good. And then animation 3, yeah. Okay, perfect. Oh, you know what it is? Yeah. Okay, so I need to actually put a keyframe on this one being 100% because it's getting turned off by the other ones. So if Ted flips it after it's already been initialized, well, it's not going to show anymore. So it'll just end up hiding all of them again. So there we go. Okay, we're ready. Let me just confirm that works. Okay, animation 3, animation 1, animation 2, animation 1. Perfect. Okay, sick. So let's go ahead and export this file. Export for runtime. Ted, you're gonna have to rename this file, okay? If you're still here hanging on the stream. I'm gonna bring Slack over here. This is like, it's funny. This isn't how I pictured this stream, but this is also exactly what I wanted this stream to be like. So hope you guys are having fun. Here you go. Thanks, Ted, for going and poking me. Bye. Love you. Bye. Okay, so let's get to actually designing stuff because we're meant to be designing stuff. Okay. By the way, Ted, that's just called bird over there. If you're still here on the stream, it's not called bird 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's just called bird, right? Yeah, capital B bird. All right, that's great live, you rock. Oh, thanks so much, hey yo. Hey yo, thanks so much. You see that? That was a little dad joke for you. Hey, just wondering, are you going to have a limit on the amount of points you earn per day? Yo, Bry, that's such a good question. Such a good question because yes, let me talk to you about limitations that we as the developers are trying to like set up. Because one of the big things is this tree only has 20 bird slots. That currently, if you get more than 20 birds, we don't have anything in the UI to help you manage that. Now, we have plans to make it so that you can add more trees and blah, blah, blah. But for now, like, we don't want to go build that until somebody's going to hit 20 birds, and that's going to take a while. So, like, we're focusing on other stuff, right? So we have 20 bird slots. What happens when you get a 21st bird? We don't know. But for now, how we're doing it is I did some calculations, and basically, even if you're the most hardcore player that you could imagine, you will not be able to beat about 60 to 70 days. So that's our timeline. We're gonna get tree management within about 60 to 70 days, and you're gonna do this through this because basically every time you complete, let me just like dumb these numbers down a little bit. So these are the numbers. So every minute I spend on the Pomodoro timer, I get 2 hearts. And this is per bird, right? So I have 1 bird. I just spent a minute on the timer. I got 2 hearts. I completed a task. Well, that gives me 12 hearts. And then I fused a trait. That gave me 24 hearts. Now, if I had 2 birds, that would be 2x. Every single one of those would be 2x. And then every time you get a new level, you're getting a new bird. So that's the idea, is that it scales, but also, the amount of hearts that you need to get to the next level is also going to scale. But the big one is, you could spend 1 minute of focus time. Like, there's no real way to fake that beyond just like being on the timer, right? But also we have some hits on there too. Let me go pull up the focus timer really quick. It's on another file, but basically every 25 minutes, it's a hard stop, or no, sorry, every 55 minutes technically, I guess. So 25 minutes goes, sorry, 25 minutes goes, and then it's going to let you run for another 30 minutes, right? But basically it's going to say, hey, it's break time, why don't you stop? And then at 30 minutes hits, it will stop, and you won't get any more points, right? So you can't just like turn it on and then go to sleep and then wake up and you have a bunch of points. Max amount is you're on there all day pressing the thing to get to the next one. So that's number 1. And also, hey, Animal Designer, thanks so much for giving me the stream a share. Tell Al, I'm gonna get back to you on a UX job. I'm gonna come back. But yeah, so that's 1. Is the focus timer is limited because you have to actually be on the app playing with it, right? Which is great. We want you in the app, so go play with it. Try to find a way to break it. The other side, I know all of you keen people out there, maybe people from the Stranded-verse eras, is thinking, well, cool, I'll just go offline. I'll change my phone time to tomorrow, and then now I'll get a bunch of hearts. Because you have to be online to earn points. So basically, server side, we're confirming that you did get the points and you were on the timer and all that. Additionally, you get points for completing a task. Now that's a big one. Is ultimately, somebody might have 50 tasks in a day, and unfortunately, we have to kind of set an arbitrary limit on that one, and that one is 10. So having used this app for a long time, and again, I'm not using the bird planning part. I'm using the part where I'm like, I'm on the, it's just the journal. It's just the journal side, right? But just the journal side, I've never actually created 10 tasks and completed them in the same day. So I could have maybe broken some stuff down into smaller tasks, but even then, it's like those should be counted in a different way. So all that to say, we're setting a limit of 10 lines. Once you create more than 10 lines, you just won't get more points for them for completing them. Same with fusing. Like, fusing is purely based on planning your day. So you can't fuse a trait unless you have a trait, and you can't get a trait unless you plan your day. So ultimately, I think we'll see. We'll see if somebody can beat the system. The funny thing is Pompey. By the way, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, but one thing is I used to do a very similar game where you collected traits, you fused them, but they were NFTs. And it was really fun. And it wasn't the classic cash grab shit that was going on back then. It was like a real game, and it was really fun. It had a lot of tuned in community back then. And the truth is there are motherfuckers out there who will try to break the system, and that's on them to do. It's fun for them. It's fun for people to do that. And it's also like it's kind of a game of cat and mouse where we have to find ways to like block you from that. You know what I mean? It's fun, but it's also very high stakes when ultimately people are trying to sell the stuff that they're earning, right? This isn't happening here. So worst case, somebody gets 21 birds faster than 70 days. And it's fine. We'll just be like, bro, thanks so much for being a hardcore player. Your 21st bird, isn't gonna show up for a while until we fix it. Yeah. Used to get notified when you go online, but don't anymore for some reason. No, well, Pompey, this is my first live in like months. So yeah, hell yeah, that you're back on the first one back too. Yo, EA, thanks so much for giving me a follow. Over on TikTok side. By the way, I'm streaming on YouTube right now and on Instagram. However, Instagram, for some reason, they don't let me stream landscape. So unfortunately, it's a little bit worse of an experience over there. I'm going to fix that for the next stream. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow, by the way, as well, because here I am, half hour in, haven't got a single design in, and I was trying to make this a design stream. Yeah, glad to have you back. Yeah, it's been a busy, crazy few months for me. Let's see. So I was streaming a lot in April, and I was doing design reviews, portfolio reviews, and stuff like that. Having a big blast with it. I'm gonna still do those, but I'm doing this app. I'm doing like different kinds of content now too. And so yeah, my YouTube channel is so interesting. Oh, thanks so much. Really appreciate you saying that you like the YouTube side. By the way, if you want, I've got a YouTube channel. There's some great content, long form content over there. Just a heads up, I no longer have a public link for my Figma course. So I currently do not have a Figma course anymore. It's way too outdated. I need to redo it. Riley Studio, what's going on? How you doing? Sorry for not seeing you in there. I'm in a UX bootcamp and really appreciate this live. Yo, hell yeah, Joe. Well, hey, let's go design something, huh? Shall we? Shall we go design something? I think we should. Yeah, gonna jump to YouTube. Yeah, hell yeah, Hugo. Appreciate you jumping over there. It's Rad Nolan over there, Hey, Try, how you doing? Hey, everybody, can we just get a little hi? Hi, I'll say hi to you back, okay? I promise. Yo, Mr. 048 sent some roses and a heart. Can I see your design brief? EA, yeah. Yeah. What design brief? Well, okay. I don't really have a design brief because here's the thing, and it's so funny. Is something that is really really cool. Maru, what's up? How you doing, Maru? Hey, Banusha, what's going on over there on Instagram? How you doing? Changes his mind too much. Shut up, TaskTree app. What are you doing in here, TaskTree app? What's up, Neon Jeff? What happens if you bought the course from before? Hey, you still got access to it, Pompey. The person who's managing the TaskTree app channel right now deleted my courses a few months ago. We had to rebuild them all, so you might have to recreate an account, but you do have access to it. You just might need to reset your password. So, Brew, what's up? How you doing? Oh, Benicia, already. Hello again. I did not. Any tips for case study interviews? Case studies. Focus on who the person is. Are you trying to get clients? Just show visuals. If you're trying to get a product team job, show the process, but don't show the process as much as you think. You still need to show really good banging visuals at the end, because that's the stuff that makes you stand out. That's the stuff that makes you be like, yo, out of the 500 portfolios I just reviewed, this one was really cool. This one had the funny joke on their hero, and like they're legit. I gave somebody an interview because their copywriting was so good. they weren't ready. But their copywriting was so good to the point where I'm like, yo, like maybe if they can design and they're coachable, maybe I could like make them as good as I want them to be on the design side. But you can't really teach copywriting, especially with AI and stuff. People are just gonna be more and more lazy about it. So you'll be surprised how much that stuff stands out on people who actually review your portfolio. Because it makes you a talking point of like, this is the one that did this, right? Like if you're looking at a house or an apartment, you like put up landmarks for yourself that you're like that you're gonna think back later, and like as you're debating people, like, hey, we need this person on the team. This is the one that did this, right? So yeah, what use case am I working on right now? Company's context or case study that's a better design process. Okay, yeah. So if it's for product teams, definitely show the process. But again, don't sleep on copywriting. Don't sleep on showing the why of everything. Right? Everything needs to build on each other. You're new to UI UX design. Where do you start? Join my design newsletter called 70 Rad. It's a daily design challenge. Yeah, it's really good. And it's very if you do 70 days of design, you will come out with a lot of design under your belt. You'll know what you're good at, what you're not good at, as well. So yeah, that's why I made this challenge. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so design brief. Let's talk about this design brief. So this came from a comment. Yesterday, somebody was like, "Hey, cool app. Would love to see my friends' trees, right? Because again, you're collecting birds for your tree. Your friends might also be collecting birds for their tree, and you want to go see what their tree looks like. But here's the thing, though. Is in my opinion, can you suggest how to upskill copywriting? I don't know. Read a lot of books, like not just like blogs, but like books. You know what I mean? Like I'm a big time fantasy guy. I don't know if y'all are into Brandon Sanderson, but right now I'm reading Wind and Truth. Solid. No, for a fifth installment. The fourth book was a bit boring. Fifth is stepping up already. And if you're not a Brandon Sanderson fan, you should just go read any of his books because they're all amazing. Anyways, so back to this ADHD stream that I'm talking about. This ADHD app that I'm designing while being showing my ADHD. Now it's cool to be able to see your friends' trees, right? But we have a big opportunity here to have some accountability and some fun with it, right? Because like for me, I'm not trying to like compete with my wife on like, hey, did you complete your task today? No. But when she gets a new bird, cool. Like, let me go check out her birds. Like, that's fine, right? Like, that's some cool stuff. But what would make me really excited about engaging with my wife through this app? Well, I think it's through some form of like accountability. And one of the big ones that I think would be really cool is I share my birds with you, right? So you come into my forest, I invite you to my forest, and now you're my friend. You're the pink tree, and I'm the green tree. This is my other friend, this is my other friend, this is my other friend, right? So I get to see everybody's forest. So at a bird's eye view, I see them. I can also go to my friends list and just like jump into one of my friends. And that's cool, right? Like, interesting. However, the biggest part is I can share my birds with you. Now, if you remember, as you complete tasks, as you're on the Pomodoro timer, as you plan your day and you fuse traits to your birds, you will be getting hearts, right? And each bird gets you more hearts, right? And those hearts get you more birds, right? And the cycle goes on and on. Now, so here's my thought. Here's the idea that we're trying to design right now is we want to, you're in my forest. I want to share my bird with you, and I want to get a cut of all the hearts that you get. And I want to get some sort of report. But not in a boring way, but in a way to be like, hell yeah, great job finishing 5 tasks today. I got hearts. Thanks for being productive today. Like it's a conversation starter. It's also a way for me to engage with people who I don't talk to on a day-to-day basis, but like I can see what they're up to. and it doesn't even need to be like I can see what your tasks are, right? Like I think that's too weird. I think that's way too weird. But just the fact that like they did 3 tasks today and you got these hearts because you gave your bird to them, that bird is showing up on their tree. Like it's so fun. You know what I mean? Like so that's what we're trying to design. So can you send your birds out to others to help with their tasks, like gathering food for the nest? Like your boy John, you're onto something there, bro. And like should do. Let's start small though, because that's really cool. What's up, Fleck? Yo, Fleck. I'm not been ignoring you. I'm sorry. I already got a developer on this, so appreciate you hitting me up though. And just real quick for everybody who's joining. Right now, what we're doing, we are working on an ADHD to-do list app. This app is currently in development. It's coming into early access. We're planning to drop it mid-January. So if you're not on the wait list, go jump on that wait list. It's at tasktreeapp.org, or no, just taskttree.org. And there's a wait list on there. And but anyways, what I'm doing right now is, as you complete your tasks, you get birds. You can now invite your friends to your bird, to your tree, or to your forest. By the way, this is not hitting beta. Just a heads up. So, this is just like y'all are here with me to hang with me. So, but again, your boy John, like amazing idea. And it's up to what's really cool about the fact that we've done all the animations inside of Rive is this is on me to add stuff like that. I can add stuff like that very, not very easily, but easily. Much easier than saying, hey, Ted, go build out a thing where the birds are jumping around collecting worms and bringing it to your friend's trees. That's not happening. Like Ted, if I brought that to Ted, it would be a lot. But if I did all the animation work, if I made it where the birds are flying in and out randomly, all Ted has to do is just pass like a number to it. Then that's where it becomes amazing on the collaboration, and I could take stuff off the developers' hands. Yo, what's up, Andre? It's good to see you, man. Yeah, this is Rive. So this is my app that I'm working on. It's called TaskTree. Don't mind these little dots. These are for a debug thing that I'm doing with Ted. Basically, I made 3 animations for Ted, and he sent me a video like, "Hey man, the animations are in," and I was like, "No, I only see 1 running." So basically, there's 3 idle animations where the birds are just sitting there. There's one where it like really jumps over. You see, look how cute that is, and it goes and eats. This is so cute. But yeah, and then basically we can just pass different patterns to it. And again, all this is just with a simple number, right? That's what's so fun about it is look at all these things. Let's go. I'm gonna go make a celestial bird. There you go. That's the celestial bird in all its glory. Oh wait, no, the eye. There's an eye too. Where's the eye? Y'all see eyes? Yo, where the fuck is eyes? Oh, there they are. There's a celestial eye. There we go. There's the celestial eye. Cool. And I mean, like, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. But that's up to you as the user to fuse those traits to your bird if you want it or not. Anyways, so we've got the 20 of those operating as like components inside of Rive. So these are all 20 bird. This is not all 20, but there's a lot of the 20. And you can see like all of them are running the same exact animation right now. And it looks kind of fake, right? But what Ted's doing is he's passing different animations. He's passing to like bird 9 is now active. It's popping out while bird 10 goes down, right? And then he's passing every once in a while a left and a right so that they flip back and forth, And so there's like a randomization element to it that's going to really allow a lot of people to do stuff. Hey man, a small friend avatar under each tree would be cool too. Yeah, love that. Love that. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's a great idea. Okay, so let's get into it. So anyways, we're 49 minutes into this stream. Let's go design, which is what I was trying to make this live about. Let's go design this thing where I can see other people's trees, and I can lend my bird to friends as well. I've got a little list. So let me move that list into Figma. So okay, list number 1. we need to invite friends to the forest. Okay. Sorry for all the coughing, guys. So we need to select birds to share. I think that this is like very weak. Having this little, like circle around it, I think that's really weak. So let's just not do that. We need to find a better way to do that. We also need to see the status of birds. So when I send out a bird, I need to be able to see that that bird is no longer in my thing for a reason. I need to be able to recall it, and all that, right? So yeah, so status of birds. We also, I think this would be really fun, is send love, and like send love / kudos to your friends, right? So like, hey, you completed 5 tasks today? Hell yeah, good job. You know what I mean? Being able to do that through your bird, right? So you gave them a bird, and then now you're relaying to your bird, hey, tell so and so, like, thinking about you today. So cool. That'd be fun. Then we also need to be able to see another tree of my friend. And then yeah, I think like we need some sort of earning report. Like, again, that sounds so fucking boring, but like picture being able to be like your friend, you sent one bird to like 4 different friends. Those friends did like 5 tasks, so you got 10 hearts, right? Like something like that. What is the animation tool you're using? This is called Rive, and it is amazing. Like literally. So just like zoom out a little bit for a second. Like this right here is basically a component of the animation that I made, right? And inside of there's all the trait layers, all the ways, all the animations of the bird jumping around and everything. All of that is managed through a few points, which can be seen. Oh gosh, I hate the way Windows manages their windows. That's funny the way, but anyways, you pass a few inputs and the bird animates in different ways. Well, we're also using that same bird 20 times in this tree, and then we're also using that same bird inside of profile pics when the bird's going to go send you chat messages saying like, hey, where were you yesterday? And then we're also using that same bird to just show trait layers. So hey, like this is going to be used on the trait cards. So that can be viewed here. So we're basically just repeating Rive instances across the whole app in a lot of different ways. Basically, each of these are going to be a Rive instance sitting on top of the Rive instance of the tree. And so all that's done with Rive, and all that's done with a series of components. And I had to rebuild it a bunch because it was crashing our phones. But it's better. It's better now. Bro designs, sings, edits, develops, and makes cool shit. Thanks so much, Andres. Appreciate you. How do you actually get these into code? Do you just have really good developers? Yeah, basically, I have a really good developer. So yeah, we're using Flutter. So it's funny. I build stuff. I build in React. And I was building the original version of this 4 years ago through React. I was on a TikTok live. I had just launched the beta of that app. It did not have birds. It was just like a task management app. And I was on TikTok live. And I met this dude Ted, and I also met another guy. He worked on different projects, and yeah, they both worked in Flutter, which is really nice because I had to let go. I couldn't be like, oh hey, if you get busy, just let me know and I'll hop into the code base and help you out. No, I couldn't do that. I had to let it go, which meant that I could make more content, make more designs, and do more lives like this. And so yeah, Ted and I have had a long journey together. We built a lot of projects now together. And this one is like the coming together of everything. And so it's going to be really good. When you send a bird, you can attach a message like carrier pigeons. Dude, your boy John is coming up with some amazing stuff. John, yo, like, can you just hang out in these lives every day with me? Because that's such a good idea. I need to add that. By the way, I'm going to close out of Rive for now because I think it's crashing my computer. So I did a brand deal with Lenovo a few months ago, and it's funny, like they gave me a laptop and they're not paying me to say this, like legit, I'm streaming off of two different. I'm doing TikTok Studio and Streamlabs at the same time. I'm running Figma and Rive all through a laptop right now, and it's running pretty solid. So kudos to my Lenovo Yoga Pro 9i, powered by the Intel Core Ultra 9 processor. I still use that joke like almost every day. So anyways, it is legit. It is legit good. Can definitely put my stamp of approval on that one. Okay, Favor, thanks so much for giving me the follow. Appreciate you. Flutter matches the bird theme. Yeah, it's so true. Was a great video, to be honest. Yo, what's up, Mitch? Mitch is my social manager. He's over on TikTok right now, just hanging out, hamming it up. So yeah, okay, all right. We got our list of the designs that we need to make. So let's go actually design. 55 minutes into this stream. I've been having so much fun, guys. Thanks so much for hanging with me. Let's jump into it. Okay, so we've got that. I wanna make the thing that let's fix this selecting birds to share. I think that this screen is a bit garbage, and we need to fix it. It's a bit garbage. So I've got a few ways that we're currently doing active states. So I'm gonna go pull those. I do not have a full design system yet. I've been like slowly piecing it together, but then I make new shit, and you know, here we are. But actually, yeah, fusing is this one is like the main one. Oh, custom types is another one that we're using. So let me just go pull that too. Here we go. All right. Done. Going back to TaskTree content. Nice concept. Yo, Modu, it's not actually a concept, you know? It's actually an app. Well, it's going to be an app. I'm getting the bird build this weekend, or Monday, I guess. So it'll be a nice little Christmas present. I'll be able to do it. But I have TaskTree on my phone. I don't have like the bird part. So that's what Ted's working on right now. We're gonna be launching that in January is the plan. So if you're not on the wait list already, join it. But okay, so we've got a few angles, and actually let me go design in light mode. I just think I don't know. It's kind of fun to design in dark mode, right? Really quick, should we design in dark mode or light mode? Tell me what you think. I'll wait for y'all to let me know. Graphics look great, trees, etc. What tool did you use? Okay, so I did design the tree itself. The tree itself was all me. The birds was I have a designer on my team. Her name's Nicole. She used to be much more of a illustrator, so she's doing all the birds for me. So I can't take credit for that. But I'm doing the animation, so you know at least there's that. I'm still doing something. But yeah, all of the tree was done inside of Figma, and you can actually see. Look at this. Look at this. These are all individually placed leaves. You see this guy? Look at this. Nuts. But yeah, all of it was done in Illustrator. I've since moved all the layers over into Figma component. So this is basically a bird component sitting in here, and I can like swap over different patterns from trait layers, and then yeah, super easy to work with, and allows me also to use the simple variant randomizer, which allows me to randomize a bird. So let's go ahead and randomize this bird really quick. Sorry, I keep getting distracted, but last time, simple randomizer. Okay, one more time. That's a cute bird. Oh, look at that thing. The fact that it gave me puffin pattern and the puffin beak at the same time, that one's meant to be. Jeffrey is now a puffin. Okay. Okay, so I heard light mode was the one. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a light mode look. I actually have moved over. I've moved over the. I showed you how all of those were a bunch of different leaves. I've since moved that to just an image because yeah, it was crashing in Figma, or it made Figma way harder to load. So now I have a nice little light mode here. Let's go ahead and make this tree, match this tree to the other size. Okay, show 'em. All right. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So this is your forest, or you and your friend's forest, let's say. where they're going to be stacked on top of each other. Thank you for joining up the waitlist. Yeah, thank you, Karma or Mitchell, for bringing up that we I needed to bring that up. So there we go. Okay. So you know what's really cool is I have this extra few layers. What's happening? Hey, TikTok, I'm still here. The hell are you talking about? It just told me that I've been inactive, and it's gonna turn me off. Okay, there you go. I'm back. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, I have this little overlay sitting here. You can see it. It's basically just like a little masked image, and it fits so well. It like really makes the vibe much better. So, anyways, let's go ahead and clean that up. I'm gonna go copy this in. I've done all this in Figma variables, so I'm able to just swap over to light mode. Sometimes I forget to rig up the variables. Clearly. Here we go. There you go. You know, we're moving fast and breaking things, okay? That's what we're doing. Okay. Well, and actually, I've since kind of changed how we do these, how we do the header system. We do a card up here with a border stroke, and it's a 1 pixel on the bottom. There you go. This one does it no longer, or yeah, we'll do a border on the bottom. This is kind of a new thing. I haven't done this UX pattern before, but I think we need it, right? We need to show that this is your friendly forest, earn hearts from friends productivity. And then we need basically 2 tabs. We need the ability to view your friends' trees, and then also you need the ability to share your tree or share your birds into their trees, right? So there you go. So that's good. And I would think I would like to. This feels good on the layering. Maybe this is just another card color, another white. Yeah, that feels good. How's this look on dark mode? Dude, I've made content with these really fast. Yeah, that looks great. That looks really good. Heck yeah. Okay, cool. Clearly the overlays are not made in Figma variables. I hope you won't laugh at me. Okay, so here's the 2 ways that I currently have rigged up an active state. So they're kind of both demoed here. So I'll just do it. I'll show this one here. Okay, so we currently, when you fuse a trait to your bird, you're able to select a trait card, and that shows this little selected box. It's actually kind of cute. It like it's gonna like kind of slide out for you, like this, and and yeah. So that's one. The other one is in the coloring. Basically, these are all 40 by 40, and there's a little box around it. And I actually really like this vibe a lot more because it helps. It helps, like, it just like has a good vibe to it. You know what I mean? The difficulty is this looks really awkward. So let's just go ahead and there you go. Why is this fixed to 95? There you go. But then it's kind of too big, right? Well, we can make the profile pic state, right? So currently we have this thing where when the birds are going to tell you to do something, like this, like when you get a bird, it's so cute. This flow, I can't wait to see this flow. Hold on, thing was loading. How'd you create that with the moving? Create which one? How do I? Oh, this is all done in Figma, by the way. Over on the side, I have like some side panels that I'm managing my auto layout stuff. Is that what you're asking, Titch? ASD, thanks so much for sharing the live. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate you, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging here. Right, we got 20 people on Instagram, almost 40 on TikTok. This is my first live. It's so long. It's been a weird stream. So just yeah, thanks so much for hanging with me. Uh, I know. I know it's a yeah. You could be doing a whole bunch of stuff right now, and you're sitting here listening to me gab about birds. So yeah, much love to y'all. Big Timmy, appreciate you too. Ahmed, thanks for the love. Thanks for the love. Titch, thanks for the love. You mean the Ranger? Yeah, it was all done in auto layout. By the way, if you feel like it, go jump over into YouTube because for some reason Instagram's not letting me show the landscape stream. I'm currently streaming landscape, and you could see my whole Figma window. So jump over to my YouTube or on TikTok. On TikTok, you can also see it too. Anyways, so when you get a new bird, so by the way, you get a new bird by leveling up. So once you level up, you get a new bird. This is gonna move around. It's gonna be so cute. Like, it's gonna be kind of like moving like that. It's gonna be so cool. And then you're gonna name it, right? So you name it. It comes in named Birdington the number. So this is the fourth bird you've got, or yeah, the fourth bird you got. It's gonna be named Birdington the fourth. But you can change that. You can also randomize that, and you know, get a new name, or you can name it whatever you want. But either way, there's this little profile pic version of all of the birds, which is gonna look exactly like this. And yeah, and so basically what that does is it zooms the bird in a little bit, it hides the leaves, and it's just the bird sitting there. So having said that, big old tangent as always. I can actually access, or I can just use this this type of component instead of the full BirdX version. We could show the profile pic version, which saves a lot of room. Look at that. We could probably scale this to like 50 at least, though, right? I don't know. It kind of looks awkward once it's too big. You know what I mean? David, what's up? Moman, sharing it live a bunch. Yo, Ennis in the heart. Yo, thanks so much. Appreciate you. David, thanks for following me. How you doing? How you doing? Starting UI UX design school in Israel. Watch your videos, and it really helps a lot. Hey, thanks so much, Yaniv. Thanks so much. David, you doing good? Awesome. Okay, so we're currently, right now, I'm gonna 45. I'm gonna update the selected instance. Okay, 45. Staying alive. Okay, cool. So this is like the default bird. Don't ask me why that's the default. I personally am not a big fan of the mohawk hair, but I am a huge fan of the tuft pattern. Like, just look how cute that is. It's a vibe. You know what I mean? So these are your friends, or these are your birds that you could share to your friends. Let's go ahead and drop all the shadows and stuff. I also think this border's too much. All this is done not in Rive, so we are able to actually shift these changes pretty comfortably, like post production. There you go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And by the way, these colors, depending on the color of the bird, the background's going to update to a different color. Basically comes in like this, so it's going to look like this. And there's like a dark mode or whatever. You're good, awesome. Frank, what's going on? I'm doing awesome. I'm having a great day today. More explanation on YouTube, right? You can see more explanation. Yeah, you can basically see a better view of this stream. So it's the same stuff. I'm live over there as well right now. So you can join if you want or not. Just so that I don't have to go up. Actually, you know what? No. I want to show you how cool this component is. Right? So I told you all these are rigged up as a component inside of Figma. Well, watch this. I'm going to go ahead and randomize all of these traits. Oh, look at that. They're so cute. Seriously, I haven't found a bird that I don't like, you know? Look at these things, you know? So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Frank, because I'm just like buzzing right now because I just get to do this right now. You know? How lucky I am. Whee. All right. I just have to change these colors. You get it. That they're like, basically the profile pic background changes. based on the color that you've chosen for your bird. The bird's pattern. That's what changes it. The perfectionist in me. I have to do this. Sorry, guys. Also, I just want to say that I love the pigeon pattern. That one's going to be one of my faves that I go after. Um, it's just really, it's a really cute vibe. Um, on mine on Twitch, actually, Erie or Airy, I'm not on Twitch. I do want to get on Twitch. I don't know. It's just kind of a beast, or not a beast. It's just like on a pedestal for me and I like haven't streamed in a while, so I'm like, I'm getting my Ritz back on, my Ritz, you know. I don't know why it said that like that. Sorry, everybody. Um, we probably don't need as much of a gap. No, that's an 8 pixel gap. Yeah, no, no. Ah, let's go. There we go. Is that enough padding there? That kind of looks wonky, right? You know what we could do is we could avoid these being a circle because it's not a circle in Rive. So I could just have, I could have Ted do this as more of a box kind of vibe. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I kind of feel like we went backwards. The circles feel right, but also they feel wrong somehow for some reason. Yeah, I think it's just a padding issue. We need to bump these to 16 pixels, which means that I need to bump these down to 40, maybe 32. But they look so tiny now. Yeah, maybe 16 is too much on the padding there. Yeah, that feels a lot better. Ooh. I know I'm breaking the grid, but like, let's just make some. Let's make some good stuff. How can you check the gap between the birds? How much pixels? Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. You should be able to see my auto layout over here on the right. I currently have a auto layout set to a grid, a wrapped grid. And I've got I'm working on the margins in between them. I had it at 8, and you know what? 8 feels really good. 8 does feel good. It just doesn't bleed to the edge, and it's bothering me because of that. But then 16 breaks it, so it's like it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'll just left align it, and then left aligning it fixes it. Finish is the best part of designing. Yep. Love hearing your wife and kids. Yeah, yeah. I've got 3 daughters. One of them is about to turn 2. She's the one gracing us with the vibes over there. She's daddy's girl, so we're good. We're good. I mean, the other 2 are as well, but yeah. Here we go. Maybe I keep fiddling with this. I know. I just need it to be right. You know what I mean? I think that's it. We bleed it to the edge. It looks good. And this feels right too. It's the same amount that we got over there. Thoughts? We like it. So what I'm doing right now, if you're just joining live, we're currently on the friendly forest. So you collect, you finish your, you finish tasks, you get birds, right? That's basically the idea. You're productive, you get birds. Those birds, you're going to be able to share, invite friends to your forest. You'll start seeing their trees whenever you go to the friends tab, which I just realized I did not actually put in up here. Let me just put that up there. Okay, so your friends will be here, and they are. Oh, you know what? I'm like, why is this black on the background? I put a little black overlay on the dark mode. Okay, so when you're on the friends tab, which is up there now, you're gonna be able to see your friendly forest. I really hate this icon. This is a placeholder, 100%. But I think that needs to be a forest icon, right? For sure. But for now, it's a friends icon. But in here, we're going to have the ability to share with your friends, and you're also going to have your friends list. So you'll be able to see all the trees in your forest, which will be here. You'll be able to add people and invite people to your forest. And you'll also be able to go access their trees, or not access, but just see their trees. But the biggest part is you're going to be able to share your birds with your friends. They will start showing up on their tree, and they'll learn more hearts, and you'll learn more hearts. And hearts is what gets you more birds. So everybody's going to want them. So basically, what I'm trying to get on this feature is like a combo between an accountability thing, but also just like a collaboration thing, right? Like, how do you get people talking about your to-do list app beyond just like, I got a new trait for my cute bird, right? Like, that's cool. It's cool. Yeah, no, it's really cool, but it's cool. It's not as cool as you being excited for your friend that they're productive today. Like, hey, I saw that you did 10 tasks the other day. What the hell were you doing? That's awesome. Like, that'd be cool. Those kinds of conversations is what I want to do. What I want out of this feature. Am I planning on doing an open source business model or a closed source? It is closed. I mean, I put a lot of money into this, put a lot of energy into this. I'm marketing this all the time and spending a lot of energy on it. So that's the thing. What we are going to do though is it's going to be a free to play, but you can pay to get pro features. So basically a couple things. If you are a pro, you'll be able to get like double the traits. You'll also be able to get a lot of pro features like that. Again, you don't need, but like if you're like a really detailed planner and you want to get really granular with it, you can do that through the pro features as well. You could use this app entirely. You could collect birds entirely for free. The one other thing is we're gonna add a reroll feature so that whenever you earn a trait by planning your day. So planning your day gets a trait. Where is it? Here it is. So whenever you plan your day, you get a trait. Well, you're going to be able to re-roll the trait by watching an ad. Like that sort of stuff. We'll probably add stuff like that in as well. I was thinking more in terms of like Bitwarden, which is OSS, but I understand the need for closed. Oh, okay. Yo, that was beyond my brain. But maybe my social manager, Mitchell, who used to be an IT guy, might know, but I don't want to sound like an idiot replying to that. So maybe I don't know. I love the idea of open source stuff. The big thing for me is there's a lot of money that goes into producing this stuff. And so, if I can get to the point where I can, make money in other ways from it, maybe, maybe one day. When you send birds, do they stay in your friend's tree forever or do they come back? That is a really good question. And I would say no, 100%. But also, like, we need to make sure people know that, right? So maybe this is better served as a flow. So maybe this is like step 2 of a flow where you're sharing your birds, right? So like maybe this is the part where you see your earnings, right? Because like I want you to be able to recall your bird whenever you want. I want you to be able to see how much like hearts you've gotten from sharing your bird. And I also want to be able to send kudos to your friends through your bird. Like a messenger pigeon. Thanks your boy John for that. Really quick, I just had this vision of like there's a pigeon pattern, right? So what if you make a bunch of pigeons and then you only share your pigeons? Like you make a carrier pigeon out of your forest. That'd be really cool. Anyways, so we need some sort of report system. That was actually number 6 on my list because it sounds so boring. But maybe that's the foundation of this screen is like there's a call to action to get you to go jump into the sharing your birds flow. You could also see which birds are out and recall them if you want as well. So let's go do that really quick. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So let's do a your scent birds. What shared birds? Shared birds. Yeah. Okay. So we have a list of shared birds. We have a list of maybe share more birds. Okay. And then I think we also need a earnings history or history. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we've got. I'm picturing like a since we've already got these circles. I'm picturing like an Instagram stories vibe, where you can see like you can see all of your list of birds and it goes on forever. Um, that's really cool. Uh, let's just go ahead and randomize these really quick because we have to. Nice. So you have your shared birds, and then we have. Hold on. We put that in auto layout. I'm gonna put that at. Yeah, 16 is good, but then we need to make the overall at a 24 at least, probably a 32. Banger. So the way I do my spacing is outwards in. So the external thing is 24. Shoot. Okay. So yeah. Well, see, I think that's why I had it at 32 pixels of padding here, and then I've got 24 pixels of margins between lists, and then the list headers get 16. Yeah, that makes sense. So basically, 32, 24, 16, right? And then within here, these should be 8. 16's okay. Nah, no, yeah. Let's go back to 16 or 8. Yeah. No, maybe 12. Sometimes I do 4 if I'm feeling decadent. All right, so your shared birds. Then we have share more birds. Let's see. And then earnings history. I think this would be really cool to just have it as like a log, you know, not like a tree log, but like a transaction history, right? Of like so and so completed 5 tasks and you got 10 points out of it, that sort of thing. So that would go back to what's up, Sachin? I'm sorry for butchering your name, but thanks so much for saying hey. I appreciate you for being here. Appreciate all of you for being here. What do we have that at 16? Yeah, 16. Not 165. So we've got this bird and it's sitting out somewhere else, and that bird earned you. So each bird has a name, by the way. So we could do like Joey. That's this bird's name. But then we have friends' names too. Oh, that's awkward. Joey, who is in, Mitchell's tree, just earned +5 hearts. Oh gosh. Yo, Kai, thanks so much for sharing the stream. Maybe they can be stacked as well. The shared birds. Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. Something like this kind of vibe. That's dope. Like all of your available birds. Yeah, I would like this to feel more like a button. Please elaborate on what the app's about. Yeah. Listen, Milia, you're just like it's a bird. You have birds, and then you do bird things. No, I'm just kidding. So recap for everybody who's just joining. So this app is an app where you do more tasks, you get more birds, right? That's the idea. Your productivity equates to birds. So whenever you plan your day in the morning, you're going to get pinged by one of your birds. They're going to say, hey, come in and plan your day. Well, when you plan your day, you're going to get a trait. Now that trait is going to look like these cards. and you're going to slowly fuse those to your bird as you want. Now, as you complete tasks, as you spend time on the Pomodoro timer, and as you fuse birds, like so, accessorizing the birds, all of that will earn you hearts. So basically, you see here. So as I complete tasks, you get a little heart, and I made a nice little prototype animation for that. Let me demo that really quick. So by the way, you'll be able to like slide this up and down, right? But let's say that I complete client interview. Well, oh, hold on. Did I drag it? No. You see, it pops up, it goes in, pops out. So that's how it's going to be. It's not going to move upwards like that. I don't know. I don't remember why I did that in that prototype. There you go. You see, so it's going to pop up, give you points, go back down. And then basically when you slide it down, you're going to be able to see your hearts, right? You'll also be able to see your bird X and your trait inventory. All those go to different areas. But basically, as you make more hearts, like as you make your birds love you, like your birds are going to love you for being productive. So as you make your birds love you more, they're going to go invite their friends and tell you, tell their other birdie friends to say, hey, you should come join this guy's tree. Like they're very productive. You're going to really like it. So then that's going to result with you getting a new level, and every level gets you a bird. And then every bird gets you more hearts. So, for one bird, you get 12 points for completing a task. Well, now you have two birds, you get 24 points for completing that task because both of your birds are collecting hearts for your attention, right? You're going to name them and all that. You're going to have some fun. And then when you get a new bird, you name them. They're going to be like, hey, we're Pebbles and we love you. By the way, I don't know why, but I just decided that all of the birds are going to speak in a hive mind. So they're all going to say we. They're not going to ever speak in the present tense or the I forget the you know what I'm trying to say. They're all going to speak in we. So we're Pebbles and we love you. So that is based on the name. So you can name them, whatever you want. How about I name this one Freddie? There you go. We're Freddie and we love you. Oh, I need to rename that too. And then you can be like, I love you too. And that'll give you some hearts. You know what I mean? Like little stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? We want you to interact with your birds. And then basically your birds are going to pop in and out. They're going to show up all in there. But the big thing is you're going to be able to, fuse traits to them. And yes, I thought I saw somebody ask, are some traits more rare than others? Yes. So there is a rarity. Basically, there is common, rare, and epic. So common traits are going to appear, I think it's like 55% of the time, or something like that. Basically, epic will only happen about 6 times, 6% of the time. So, over the course of a month, you might get one. And those are like really funky traits. Like here, let me grab this. I did this all in a Figma component, so I can switch them around really easy. So this is actually a rare pattern, the cockatiel. The crow is more of a common pattern. Bright is also, pigeon is I think rare, or maybe it's common, I can't remember. Robin is definitely rare. Celestial is epic. So and then as you're fusing these patterns, you can change the color of them too. Like you can pick what color. The celestial looks really good in indigo, in my opinion. But then again, you like each of these have rarity. So I currently have the tuft hair. Tuft hair is a rare. But then you could also get like slicked, which is common. And then this one has not been updated. Updated this instance? Yes, nice. Okay. Now I can. Oh man, it's not showing up. I made some other ones. I made some newer ones as well that are more rare. Can always add D&D stats to the birds to make them feel more or less epic when you send them out. Oh, that's so cool. That's super cool idea. Yeah. Wait, was that your boy John? Your boy John, what are you doing, bro? You're awesome. I love it. I love your ideas. But anyway, so the general idea is it's at the end of the day, it's a task management app, right? You will at all times be able to pull this up to see your tasks for the day. You'll be able to like complete them. It is a actually good task management app. You can add frequency and notifications and all that. And then you can also press this button to go into focus mode, which will automatically put you on the Pomodoro timer. Like it is an actual to-do list app. But also it gets you birds. And so that's where it makes you come back. Even on the weekends, you're gonna be like, well, I don't have anything to do this weekend, but I'm gonna just like write out, like watch TikToks, and then complete that task so your birds love you some more. But anyway, so that's TaskTree. Can we see a design system you have attached to this? Yeah. Let me just let me go. Oh man, I broke all these. Hold on. These should, yeah, there you go. Let me open the design system. No worries, Mitch. No worries kissing myself daily. Such a TikTok name. So this is the design system. No, it's not. Jeez. What am I doing? You can see, it's funny. I've been like the worst at upkeeping this to like my standards. Like if I was working on a product team and I was the designer and I was doing all the things that I've been doing, I'd be pretty bummed with myself. But I'm too busy to be doing stuff like updating the design system components and then making sure that it's updated across all mockups that we have on the designs. Like for instance, we've actually changed this layout a lot. It used to be more horizontal. So you would, oh yeah, it's loaded from over here. Freaking atoms. So these are the atoms here. I guess they're more molecules, but this used to be more, it used to be say like December 11th. And then I was just like, yo, why do we need to be seeing the month every day? I know what month it is. You know what I mean? However, when you scroll into like the next month, you'll see the next month. So that's ultimately the thing is like, so these are kind of the little mini components. And then what that gets me over on this side is, from this level here, let me just, drag this out. Oh gosh. Anybody else notice that like pulling components out lately tries to duplicate them too much? Okay, so you can't see this Instagram crew because you don't get the landscape view, but I have these set up as little booleans, nice little booleans, and those basically turn out to where the internal stuff gets a few different options. So we have has overdue or not. We also have has a reminder or not. Additionally, inside of here, I didn't make those visible from the top level component, but I also made it so that like I can show that like what happens when you scroll to the right or the left all the way. I also have it where like I just scrolled to a new month. And then also show what it looks like when it's not today. So all that stuff I can just like quickly pull up now that it's in the system. The trouble is though, is I haven't updated the mockups with the system components that I've created. That's the real problem. You're doing design system work right now? Nice. Yeah. It's okay to do documentation later. Oh, thanks so much. Yo, I love it, Liz. Thanks so much for the support mentally. Do you do dev stuff? I do. Well, I can code. I no longer code. I've hung up my my coder hat for probably forever because I've got a really good developer. His name's Ted. He's building this out. So yeah. Is there a community file in Figma? I'd be down to mess around. Yo, that's a really cool idea. Because honestly, like I'm happy to send you all this link. Like so you can see it. Yeah, fuck it. Let me just yeah, I'll share the link. Anyone can edit. Nope, not edit. Let's just, yeah. I'll make it so you can copy. Whatever. I don't care. Here you go. Boom. Okay. So go ahead and screenshot that and then use that as like use your phone system to like copy it in there. You know what I mean? Let me get it. I'm struggling with a task-based tree view. You got anything cool looking? Ooh, Kaiju. Um, I do actually have that in an older design. I'm going to be making subtasks in this. That's probably going to be the next mainstream. Is making subtasks, because subtasks is a big thing. At the end of the day, this is an ADHD to-do list app. Ultimately, we want to help people with ADHD. The big reason for that is so I don't think I'm ADHD. I think I'm autistic. My daughter is autistic, and a lot of her things, I'm like, oh no, it's just like she needs to do this and this, and my wife's like, what are you talking about? So very undiagnosed. But anyways, for me, it's exciting for me to potentially make an app that could help my daughter, and her life later on. For instance, like we've got this whole habits flow that we're making. Could be coming soon. I don't know. But one of the big ones is subtasks. And I'm trying to find the freaking design. This was my old design file. You could see just how freaking bad it is. Yeah, I'll just update it because I made these into components. So I can make it where it is apparent, and then I can make this one turn into a subtask. Where is it? Damn. Oh no, I forgot how I did it, dude. Let me find the freaking. This is why you need documentation lists. You were right. You're always right, dude. I had it in here somewhere. Where is it? I'm sitting here talking about how I don't have ADHD, and I'm like, been all over the place in this stream, dude. Oh my gosh, yo, I am so frustrated right now. I can't move on until I find this. I mean, and let's be honest, I did a very bad job of maintaining this file, all of these files. Because it's like, when you know where it is and you're the only one who's making the final designs, it's like, why am I wasting my time, documenting this? These are the reasons why. I'm so bothered right now. I'm so bothered. I definitely had a thing where, let's see. So I'm flipping on is parent. I'm moving this over. Yeah, there you go. And then there was also the ability to collapse these subtasks, and then you could also, it would then show you how many tasks are in this the subtask. You see, so you could see how many subtasks there are. You used the mess, or so I've been told. Ted coming here to troll me, bro. Everybody, Ted is my developer on this project, so he's the one who sees how bad it is. Are you having issues with the live stream? Where's it stuck at? Let me check over on not sure if it's frozen for you guys. Join on YouTube or TikTok. If so, there we go. Can you please share the link once more, please? Yeah, totally. Is anybody in here? Yo, Sachin, you're in here asking for edit approval. Come on, bro. I told you I'm not letting y'all edit this. Sachin from India, love your work. That's funny. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Let's see if anybody else comes in. But yeah, this is the mess of the design system. But the cool thing is there's also birds in here. This is where all the birds live. So I got all the bird trait layers, and I've got them rigged up inside. I couldn't think of a better way to show the colors of the patterns while making it also still manageable. Like you could see here, ultimately it comes down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different drop downs, right? And because of the color system, I had to really change how the layering and the component structure worked. So that's how I ended up getting there. But yeah, hey, Instagram, can you sound off if y'all are still frozen? Will the birds stalk you like Duolingo does? I think that would be amazing. I think that we are. I'm trying to start slow. What's up, Sachin? I'm trying to start slow. Trying to really start slow here, and that would be where I want to get with it. Is much more bird branding, where it's like the birds are the ones sending you all the push notifications and stuff like that. Because there's so much juice here, you know what I mean. And the other thing too is we can just pick a random bird, right? You have 5 birds. Birdington the third, this one. Yeah, Birdington the fourth is the next one. Who knows, right? So there's so much like availability of branding that we got here. But yeah, by the way, this is what my handoff file looks like. It's a beast. These have really like blown up much more than I anticipated sometimes. And this is all mostly the bird stuff, the bird handoff file. But anyways, let's get back to to the design stream, which this is a design stream. But Milia, thanks so much for getting me to talk about what the app actually is. By the way, so what we're doing right now is we're making a friendly forest. So you will be able to invite your friends to your forest. You'll be able to see their trees, and also you'll be able to share your birds with them. Now, why would you do that? Well, the reason is every time you complete a task, all of your birds give you points, right? So bird 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 each give you equal amount of points, like times 5, right? And so you'll be able to share your birds with your friends, and they'll get more points. You'll get a cut of the points, so you'll be able to like kind of see, like it's like almost an accountability thing. It's like it's so cool. You'll be able to basically have your see how much tasks your friends are completing, and then get rewarded for it. And also help them out. It's just, it's so cool. How long have I been a designer? Since 2010 is when I got into design. There is actually a video of me on YouTube back in 2010. I used to be an app reviewer, is what I was getting into. Apps were relatively new, like I'm only like 2 years old. And so I used to review apps on YouTube sometimes. But that was when I got into it. I made a blog, designed it without a CMS. It was a fucking mess. I used Dreamweaver. It was so bad. But that was like really where I got into it. I ended up making a startup that was like an actual product. That one did pretty okay. And yeah, got into agency and beyond. Now I've been working on a bunch of product teams, and now I am a full-time content creator around design. And now I get to do stuff like this. This is my passion project. And oh boy, I just saw Sun and Hun join over on Instagram. By the way, everybody, this is Nicole. Sun and Hun is my designer. She's helped me on all the illustrations of these birds and the trees and all that. And so just give her a little round of applause over on Instagram. Thanks, Nicole, for helping me bring this to life. How many coins will you get for one bird? First of all, they're hearts, Milia, okay? They're hearts. Because your birds love you more as you're productive. So yeah. So you, I forget what your question was, but here I think is the answer to your question. Basically, each bird, each minute of time you spend on the Pomodoro timer, you get 2 per bird. You get 12 per line complete, and you get 24 per trait fusion. So as you upgrade your birds, complete tasks, and all that, you get more stuff. Hey, thanks for the live. Made my evening so much more fun. Hey, thanks so much, Maru. Appreciate you for being here. I'm gonna be doing these more often, I'm hoping. And yeah, actually, geez, 3:55. I gotta get going. My daughter has dance class today, so we got a little bit done. We got kind of a wireframe sketched out. We got a better version of this state, right? We had the ability to see which one is active, which one you're planning to send. But then I realized as we were doing that that's really step 1 of the flow of sending your bird. So we need a initial version or initial screen that like kind of incites you to go send your birds, right? So you'll be able to see your shared birds, Instagram story vibe. You'll also be able to share more birds. We definitely need to work on this component a lot more. I want this to feel more like a button, like a call to action button. And then I also want to beef this up a lot too. But you will hopefully be able to see like earning history of all of the times that your friends completed tasks. So and you had a bird there, and so you got some stuff. So that's what we're gonna be working on next live. But much love, y'all. Thanks so much for hanging with me. And I haven't been going live every day. I probably will go live tomorrow. Is my plan. And definitely in January and beyond, I'm going to do a lot more lives. So just stay tuned. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, thanks so much. Much love, y'all. If I don't see you tomorrow, have an awesome day. Bye. Appreciate you, Ziv.